Hey guys, and welcome to another bullet journal video. If you are new here, I'm Sheena. Very nice to meet you. If you'd like to keep up with the videos that I post here, be sure to subscribe below. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. And you know the drill, let's jump into it. Now, you guys have seen this bullet journal before. This is my college bullet journal. If this is your first time seeing this, I recommend pausing this video, hitting the I in the upper right hand corner, and checking out my college bullet journal intro video, which will kind of outline everything that's in here and help it make more sense to you. I have gotten an overwhelming amount of requests to do a college bullet journal. I've even had people DM me and ask, like, when's the next one coming? So I definitely want to make sure to update you on what's been going on. If you want to take a trip down memory lane, quickly flip and remind you guys how I do it. I do a monthly spread. I do weekly layouts like you can see here. And then from time to time, you'll see other pages scattered in that have to do more with planning and planning for classes. Hence what this video is going to be about. It's going to be all about me planning for my fall semester of classes, what that looks like, what my process is to ensure that I enroll on time and just feel prepared and ready for the semester, because we want to do well. We want to make all A's. We don't want to jump into the semester half awake, missing books, things like that. So basically, where I left you guys off was at the end of spring semester. And while I had all hopes of going into summer and taking at least 2 courses, which would equal about 6 college credits, I just didn't. Summer just did not work out. And if you guys follow me on any of my social media, you probably saw already that I just decided to not do that and just focus more on life, this channel, finding a new apartment, things like that, just life in general. I finished off this spread last semester because I made all A's and 1 B, and I was so proud. So I made this layout. And what sucks is that the B was actually related to attendance, but I had to travel for work and there was no way that I could make it to that class, and so I got dinged, and that's why I ended up with a B. But otherwise, on all of my assignments, I made all A's, so that's pretty cool. And this layout was for the summer semester, which I explained to you guys just did not work out. But you can see that I had, a waiting on list, a completed, and I also outlined the courses I wanted to take. So it was just too bad that I couldn't go, but the deadlines were approaching and I wasn't meeting them, so it just wasn't the right time. This is the final page of, I guess, the past. And now we will move on into the fall semester and my planning. So if you guys want to see that, be sure to stay tuned. So here is where the fall semester starts, and this is kind of jacked up. I started to do this and I was like, ew, that's really ugly. What the hell, Sheena? So I'm gonna have to fix this. I decided to go back over it with a clip out that I got from a magazine. I thought it was really pretty. I really like the colors in it. And then just another piece of scrap paper to put over this to cover up my mistakes. Maybe underneath somehow, to help cover this up and just start my layout fresh. I just didn't like how it turned out. So I'm gonna do that really fast. Okay guys, so that is a quick cover up from what you saw before. Now it looks like this, a lot better, and that took less than like 4 minutes. This page I'm not really sure what to do with, so we'll just leave that blank for now. And then here is the planning that I have began doing. I actually did this maybe like 2 weeks ago. Of course, we're going into fall semester, so I want this to be the fall semester prep. When it comes to planning school, a lot of you guys said it's difficult for you, but I feel like if you just bunch it into 3 categories, it makes everything a lot easier. And that's basically availability, how many classes are you going to be able to take, financial aid, so making sure you have all your money in order because you can't go to classes without paying. Hopefully that is something of the past in our future. And the last thing is making sure that you're on track when it comes to your degree or the type of certificate that you're trying to attain. So if you focus on those three things, planning for classes should be a whole lot easier. And that's kind of how I went about this little layout and a lot of the layouts that I've done in the beginning. So the checklist that I kind of made for myself, which I'll continue to add on to. Now, when it comes to choosing classes, this is a trick that I do. Don't know if anyone else does this, but I will go into the course catalog and I'll look at every single class that I have a desire to take. Even if it's 40%, I will web enroll for that class. And basically I'll have about 12 or 13 courses that I'm fully registered for. Then when I kind of give myself time to read each description, find out where these classes are located, are they online, do they align with my degree path and what I'm trying to do, which classes I like more than the others, I eventually sift through it. This page is my class options page, and basically it's all the courses that are available to me for fall semester that I would like to take. And you guys see here, I have 6 courses. Obviously I don't plan on taking 6, but I want to make sure that I had everything outlined so I could make my decision. And basically what I try to do is write down the class, whether it's online or in person. I'll put the building number, things like that, the CRN and CRS number, which are just class identifiers, and my professor's name. I sat down and went through these classes, read all of the course descriptions, and kind of chose what I felt was best for me. Now, out of these 6 classes, I chose 3 that I'll be taking, hence the 9 credits that are part of my goals. And once I begin paying for those classes and kind of lock everything in, I will come back on here and let you guys know which 3 I decided to go with. But the good news is every class that I have chosen here, you see, is online. So that is freaking awesome, because last semester I had 2 in-person classes, and while that doesn't seem like much to many people, keep in mind that I work full-time and I live in the city. So it's really hard in New York to get out of work and then say, okay, I'm gonna make it to this next class on time using the subway system, which is so unreliable. You usually end up being late for classes. So I had to jump in cabs, I had to run down a couple of blocks. I even had to carry heavy camera equipment, so that wasn't fun. Going in person can be a lot. And so I try to stick with just doing online and just basically being responsible for carving out time for myself and just being more disciplined. So that is basically how I lay out my classes. I find out which classes I want to take, I sift through them, I get them down to the full number of credits I'd like to achieve. I make sure all of my financial aid is in check. Really, this is actually a check mark too. My FAFSA is 100% set. I finished it. I've gotten all the money taken care of. I'm just waiting to see what the balance is left over once I remove the student insurance, because I don't need it. I have my own insurance. Now it's just kind of the waiting game to make sure that all the pieces fall into place and that, you know, you're ready for the semester and you can start buying your books and your supplies and getting ready. Once the month of August begins, I will start planning out and doing my monthly calendar and all of that, and that will be a spread video. This video is mostly just my planning for classes, how I go about doing that, and what my process is. And I hope it made sense to you guys and that it was helpful. So that is about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, definitely let me know below. Of course, always let me know your suggestions, because I always appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.